The next few weeks at school feel both different and the same. With the knowledge that Daisuke is also Velden, his interactions with Erilynn have changed. He's more direct and is careful not to act too familiar towards her. Even though she's stuck here, Erilynn is still a Velden princess, and Daisuke respects that. Mina was shocked to learn of Daisuke's true heritage, but Kira remained calm after hearing the news. Both agree that it was strange she never mentioned it before, but are hopeful he'll help Erilynn find a way home. Daisuke isn't the only surprising news. Kira caught the group off guard when she asked us what food and toys were good for cats. A small black cat followed her home from the park one day and refused to leave. Although she tried to seem aloof about keeping the animal, we could tell she was already attached. I can't wait to meet the little furball. With a wide yawn, I pushed myself out of bed. We've had a short week at school as everyone prepares for the upcoming holiday, Family Day. It's a special day that gives families a break from their busy schedules so they can unite and spend quality time together. Matsukaze takes the holiday seriously, and the community puts on lots of events that people of all ages can enjoy. The celebration spans the entire weekend, although the actual holiday is observed on the following Monday. I hurry up and get ready. Today is the last day of school before the break. Kira invited all of us to spend the weekend at her family's beach house, and I can't wait. With the weather getting colder, it'll be nice to squeeze in a few final days of warmth and sunshine. Plus, Aunt Emiko and Uncle Hajime were happy to let us go as long as we'd be back in time for Family Day. After getting dressed, I pack up my bag and head downstairs to an empty kitchen. The girls must have already gone to school. Glancing at the clock, I grab a roll and shove it into my mouth. I need to get going before I'm late. I quickly sling my bag over my shoulder and put on my shoes before heading out the door. The walk to school goes by smoothly as I simultaneously power walk and eat. Soon I'm rolling through the school gates and weaving through the courtyard. Students line the hall as I filter into the classroom and sit by my friends.
Hey, man!
What's going on?
Oh, nothing. Just plans for the best weekend ever.
He flashes me a grin, which I match. Beach vacation?
That's right!
Mina turns to Kira.
Sure it's okay for all of us to stay at your beach house?
Kira nods.
My parents are happy that someone will be staying there. Otherwise, it'll just be empty.
An empty house is really sad.
Exactly. It would be ruder for us not to go.
That's a valid point.
Kira nods.
Meet at my house tomorrow morning and we can travel together. The beach house can be a bit tricky to find.
Okay, sounds good.
Kosei sighs happily.
It's been so long since I've been at the beach. I know what I'm most looking forward to.
Me too. He shoots me a knowing look.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
That depends. Are you thinking about dominating a beach volleyball? Demolishing your opponents in a game of beach volleyball? Mina laughs.
Oh, please. Us girls could take you boys easily.
Oh, it's on.
Miss Sato enters the classroom, interrupting our discussion.
Good morning, class. I know it's the last day before the holiday weekend, but please pay attention. We have a lot to cover.
As we all quiet down and return to our seats, Miss Sato writes on the board.
Please open your textbooks and we'll begin the lesson.
The day passes by in a blur. Miss Sato wasn't kidding when she said we had a lot to cover. My head is full from everything we learned today. As soon as we're dismissed, everyone jumps out of their seats and packs up. I throw all my things in my bag and sling it over my shoulder. Time to go to my club meeting. Hurrying out of the classroom, I make my way to the club room. Which will be in a future build. So keep in mind we're in Chapter 4 right now. There's just one chapter left, I believe, before the game is done, so I don't know how soon this club content's going to be added. Back in the hallway, I run into Erilynn. Hey, Erilynn.
Oh, hello.
Are you heading home now? We can walk together.
In a moment. I have one last task I need to finish up. Would you like to come with me? It won't take long.
Sure. I follow her down the hall, wondering where she's headed.
Erilynn!
We pause as Daisuke catches up.
Hello, Daisuke.
Hey.
Hi.
He offers me a smile.
I'm glad I caught you two. Do you have plans for the holiday weekend?
Yeah, we're going to spend the weekend at the beach.
Oh, that sounds like it'll be a good time.
Did you need us for something?
I may have a lead on something that could help us get home and was planning to track it this weekend.
Erilynn becomes alert, her expression turning serious. This is the first news we've had regarding the investigation in a while.
What sort of lead?
I'm not entirely sure, but there might be someone at the shrine who's worth talking to.
I've gone down that road before. Daisuke nods.
Yeah, I know. But it can't hurt to check it out.
Did you want us to join you?
He shakes his head.
No, go to the beach and have fun. I don't know if this will pan out, and if it leads to a dead end, I'd feel awful if you missed your plans for it.
If it has to do with Veldin, then perhaps it would be best if I were there.
No, really. I've got it covered. It'll be a lot of waiting around, and we might not even find anyone.
I know how that feels.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. I'll keep you updated. I just figured I'd keep you in the loop.
Erilynn hesitates, then nods.
In that case, tell me as soon as you find something.
I will.
He flashes us one last smile.
Alright, I better get going. Have a nice holiday.
He waves before disappearing down the hall. Erilynn sets off again, continuing her travel, and I hurry to catch up. Seems like she's unconcerned about what Daisuke shared. Are you worried at all about what Daisuke will or won't find?
I'm unsure.
What do you mean?
We've tried investigating the shrine in the past, and it's led us nowhere. Maybe Daisuke will have more luck, but a part of me wonders if he's needlessly spinning his wheels.
Maybe he'll find something we missed. There's a chance you could find something that we overlooked. Like you said, can't hurt to try.
That's true. But I'm not confident that a failed lead will provide new information.
That's true too.
Either way, there's no use dwelling on it, especially when I still have work to do.
Right, that last errand you have to run. Where are we going again?
Here.
She pauses in front of the music room. Never been in here before. Instruments are tucked neatly in their cases as chairs and music stands fill the space. In one corner stands a large decorated harp, while the other corner sits a piano. A girl with curly ginger hair plays a simple melody, her fingers dancing across the ivory keys. She's slender with striking blue eyes and freckled pale skin. As soon as she knows, she stands up, chopping the melody short.
Oh, Erilynn! Sorry, I didn't hear you come in.
Hello, Maisie. I didn't mean to interrupt.
The girl shakes her head.
It's okay. You weren't interrupting.
I'm glad to hear that. I just came to make sure the harp that was ordered for the music club's showcase arrived.
She glances at the unmistakable harp in the corner.
And it looks like it did.
Looks like our club wasn't the only one that benefited from Erilynn's club funding initiative.
Yes, and I'm actually really happy that you're here.
Oh, was there something you wanted to discuss?
Maisie nods, tucking a lock of her hair behind her ear.
Yes, sort of. I wanted to thank you in person for everything you did for me in the club. I'm really grateful you were able to secure us a harp. Thank you for your hard work.
Erilynn blinks in surprise before a blush stains her cheeks.
You don't have to thank me. I was only doing my job.
Even so, I know it wasn't easy to get.
She hesitates.
Would you like to hear a song?
I'd love to.
With a broad smile, Maisie settles herself at the harp and delicately plucks a few chords. After a quick warm-up of the instrument, she takes a deep breath, then she begins. The music flows through her fingers into an ethereal melody. Each chord rings loud and clear, water falling into harmonies. It's soothing, relaxing, and warms the soul. As the last chord fades away, Erilynn and I break out into applause.
That was magnificent, Maisie.
Yeah, you were amazing.
You really think so? Thank you.
She beams brightly, her eyes sparkling. How long have you been playing the harp?
Just today.
My jaw drops. Seriously?
Yeah, I played both the violin and piano growing up, but I've always loved the sound of the harp. I watched a lot of videos to prepare, but I can tell I still need a lot of practice.
I never would have guessed. You sounded like a professional. Erilynn nods.
Yes, you're incredibly talented, and I'm confident that you'll put that harp to good use.
Maisie's face lights up.
Thank you. I'm really excited to perform at the showcase. I hope you'll both come and listen.
We'd love to.
Definitely.
But for now, we'll let you practice in peace.
After saying goodbye, Erilynn and I leave the room. I can hear the faint echo of music as we walk down the hall. Soon we leave the school and make our way home. I'm impressed by Erilynn. When she first joined the student council, I never expected her to take her role seriously. But it seems like she really does want to make the school a better environment for the students. Looks like you've been helping out a lot of the clubs. She makes it sound so simple, but I know it must have taken a lot of research and analysis to prove the funding was necessary. I feel like you're downplaying how much you helped in making things happen.
It was certainly challenging at times, but a lot of clubs were depending on me. I couldn't just let my subjects down.
Spoken like a true leader. She smirks.
It took you long enough to see it.
Erilynn has naturally fallen into that leadership role. Wonder how much of that sense of duty is something she learned from Velden, and how much of it is because she's grown accustomed to living here. Finally, we see the house in the distance. When we return home, the family is in the living room.
Welcome home, you two.
Are you all packed up for your trip?
I still have a few things to pack.
Same here. Mina grins from her spot on the couch.
I'm all done. I got a head start for once.
Well, I'm sure you'll all have a lot of fun. The sunshine will feel so nice.
I know. I'm really excited.
Uncle Hajime nods.
Yes, you'll have a great time. Just don't forget to be home in time for family day.
Don't worry, Dad. Of course we'll be back.
Yep, everyone's gonna be home by then. Erilynn hesitates, but Aunt Emiko offers her a smile.
That includes you too, Erilynn. Family Day won't be complete without you.
Erilynn softens into a smile.
I look forward to celebrating.
After a nod, Aunt Emiko checks the time.
Okay, Hajime and I need to return to the bakery.
I'm gonna finish packing then.
As will I.
Mina looks around and all of us departing.
Oh, everyone's leaving? Well, I have plans too.
Sure you do. Yeah, what are your plans?
It's a secret.
That means you have no plans. I scoff. Nice try. You didn't want to sit here all alone, so you're pretending to have plans. Mina's face flushes bright red.
No, that's not it at all. I totally have plans. In fact, I'm going to them right now.
She marches towards the stairs. Your plan is to go to your room?
Yes.
I grin.
Shut up.
Erilynn is already halfway up the stairs by the time Mina and I are done talking. I hurry upstairs and split off into my room. Let's see. What do I need for the beach? I gather my swimsuit and towel, and then throw in a bottle of sunscreen and other essentials. Next, I grab extra changes of clothes and shoes. Shelving around the room, I pull out what I need and toss them into my bag. So right here I have to call out something. The towel. He knows where his towel is, so you know what that means. Finally, I'm done. I take one last look around, then zip up my luggage. That went faster than I anticipated. Still have the evening to spend as I wish. Maybe someone will be free to hang out. Oh man. That is really, really tempting here. We better advise Erilynn she needs to know where her towel is. Wonder if Erilynn is done packing. I mean, it's important enough to get its own line in the text, right? As I leave my room, I notice her door is open and she's not inside. I make my way downstairs to look for her, but I spot a package in the living room instead. As I get closer, I see that it's addressed to me. I rip off the packaging and pull out the attached card. It's from Mom and Dad. Happy Family Day. We're so disappointed that we won't be back in time to celebrate with you, but we're already planning what we can do together when we're all home. Here's a little something to let you know that we miss you and we're always thinking of you. Huh, they have my name wrong. I smile as I read the letter. Sucks that my parents won't be home to celebrate with us, but it's nice of them to send me a present. As I unwrap the box inside, my face lights up. Wow, the new limited edition Gearpla collection? I don't get the reference, but okay. These are high in demand and hard to find. My parents must have searched a long time for this.
That looks interesting.
Whoa! I turn around to see Erilynn peering curiously over my shoulder. Didn't even hear her come in. When did you get here?
Just in time to see that you have something intriguing.
She gestures to the box.
What is it?
They're Gearpla. I pull out the kits while Erilynn looks on blankly.
What is this gear plot?
They're model kits that you assemble together to create different gears.
What's a gear?
They're... I'm about to explain, but pause. Erilynn wouldn't understand the reference even if I told her. Why don't I show you instead? Gathering all the kits, I relocate into the kitchen and lay them out. Erilynn follows me in, curious look on her face. These are the gear from the ACE 2049-11 team. She glanced at the images on each box, studying what each gear looks like. Her brows furrow together when she sees all the individual parts inside.
What are you supposed to do with them?
You build them. All of these parts come together to create the gear. I pointed the image on the box.
And then what do you do with them?
Proudly display all of your hard work.
Is that it? They have no other purpose?
Get out of here, you Philistine. The purpose isn't the assembly. It's a fun challenge to put it together. Erilynn doesn't seem convinced.
Is it really so challenging? They provide instructions.
Why don't you try to make one yourself and see? She looks skeptical. I understand. That one's actually pretty tempting too. It's a model and you like models. Plus, afterwards, you get to the fun part of modeling. Erilynn perks up.
Modeling? Now that sounds a lot more intriguing.
See, there you go.
Although I don't see the connection between putting together this plastic toy and then having us begin modeling.
I meant you model the gear. She stares at me. Like, you put it into a pose. The figurine, I mean.
Oh, that's what you meant by modeling.
Does that mean you'll give it a go?
I may as well try.
I grin. Which one you want to make? You can choose from Emerald, Aura, or... Before I finish, she snatches Aura's box.
This one. I have decided.
Okay, Aura it is. Trying to remember which one was which. I want to say Emerald was Mayu's. Aura would have been Kaori's? Or do I have the two girls backwards? I want to say Aura was Kaori's. Once Erilynn decides, I reach for Eagle's box. Can't wait to open these up. After I run through the basics of assembly with Erilynn, we get to work. I can easily guess the overall placement of each part, and then I use the instructions to help me refine where everything goes. Before long, I'm finished. I nod as I look over my model. It looks great. I glance at Erilynn. Her face is focused in deep concentration as she gingerly handles the pieces. Her fingers very carefully and delicately work each part, and I catch her holding her breath as she snaps them into place. Wow, she's getting more into this than I expected. Can't remember if this background is actually from Kaori After Story or not, because her father was a model kit builder, and I think there was a scene with him doing this or something. I'm pleased to see her enjoying herself, and a small chuckle escapes me. The noise catches her attention. She glances over, her mouth shaped into a small O.
What is it?
I grin. Nothing, I was just admiring how careful you're being.
Of course I am. You have to be.
Of course.
Some of these pieces are very fragile.
That's true.
One wrong move and they could snap, which could then ruin the whole model.
My smile grows as she talks. I had no idea you felt so passionately about this. She pauses and a blush dusts her cheeks.
Your attempts to distract me will not work.
I laugh and she continues to build. Most of her gear is already completed, and soon Erilynn adds the finishing touches. She leans back and looks proudly at her work.
There, all done. And it looks exactly like the one on the box.
You must be good with your hands. You handled that like an expert. It seems like you're really good with your hands.
How kind of you to notice. I'm actually great with my hands.
I wish you would handle me like she handled that gear plot. She glanced at Eagle and her eyes widen in surprise.
Yours is so much more detailed than mine. It looks like it had more parts.
It did. Yeah, mine is a special edition, so it's a harder model to build. Her brows furrow slightly.
And yet you completed yours before I did.
I've had a lot more practice. First time I built one, I didn't do nearly as good a job as you did. Her smile returns.
I must admit, this gear plot did surprise me in its complexity.
Yeah, they're not as easy as they look. You have to have close attention to detail and a lot of patience to put them together.
Yes, I hadn't realized how small the pieces would be. And putting them together required more thought than just testing to see which pieces went where. Some of them had to snap together in a certain sequence or else other pieces wouldn't fit.
Which is true. Yeah, but you didn't seem like you struggled at all. A soft blush dusts her cheeks.
That may be because this wasn't the first time I've dabbled in something like this.
I blink. That was not the answer I was expecting. You used to build models? She shakes her head.
Not quite. As a part of my royal studies, we used miniature city dioramas to practice policies.
And you put those together?
I attempted it once or twice when I was younger. The gear plow reminded me of that. It also required close attention to detail and the ability to visualize what you wanted to create.
Why did you stop? She shrugs.
I felt like it was tedious, and I had staff who could assemble everything for me. I didn't see a need to do it myself.
I guess that makes sense. As a princess, you probably had more important stuff to focus on. She pauses thinking.
Perhaps. However, I do feel like maybe that did me a disservice.
How come?
Because I never really understood the feeling of accomplishment that one gets when pushing through a challenge to create something with their own hands.
I thought you said you created those dioramas.
I attempted them, but I never finished. If I grew frustrated, then I just stopped and let someone else handle it.
She looks at the aura model in front of her.
When I was putting together Aura, I had a few moments of frustration when I couldn't immediately understand how the pieces fit together. But I persevered. And now look at it. It's magnificent.
She grins broadly.
And that was all through my own effort.
Let's do it. That's true, but it must also feel nice to have people take care of all the things you don't want to do.
It can be nice, but it's an even better feeling to know that you're capable of doing anything that anyone else can do. And do it well, too.
That's also true. Erilynn is accomplished in a lot of ways, but she learned most of her skills from her lessons in becoming a princess and future leader. And of course, with her high status, it makes sense that she wasn't forced to do things that she didn't want to. This is probably the first time she's taken an interest in a hobby that's just for herself. It's nice that she has a chance to create something because she wants to rather than she's supposed to. So does that mean we should build an entire diorama of your Velden city? She giggles.
Perhaps we can work our way up to that.
Work our way up? Does that mean you'd want to make more than gear models? She nods, breaking into a grin. We spend more time together and build the remaining gear until the whole ACE 2049-11 team is complete. They look amazing, especially because Erilynn and I built them together. Glad we found a hobby that we can both enjoy. Once everything is finished, we clean up the area and then model the full team in our display cabinet. Even though this was Erilynn's first time building, you can't tell her builds apart from the others. After a final appreciative glance, Erilynn yawns.
This was certainly fun. However, I need to get some extra rest before our trip tomorrow.
Yeah, me too. Have a good night. She smiles and heads upstairs. With the models on display and everything cleaned up, I also retire to my room. I relax for a little bit, trying to decide what I want to do before bed, but a noise in the hallway distracts me. As I poke my head into the hall, it sounds like the noise is coming from Mina's room. Wonder what she's up to. I go down the hall and see that her door is open. Mina hovers at her desk, fiddling with a webcam. Hey. She turns around and grins.
Oh, hey guys.
As I enter, I see Kosei leaning on the other side of the desk.
My man! Glad to see you're finally available.
Kosei, when did you get here?
Oh, he came over a little bit ago.
I see. He laughs.
You were so busy with our great representative, you didn't even notice me.
You should have said something.
And interrupt your date? When did you think I'd even do that?
It wasn't a date, she was just curious about the gear models.
Whatever you say, my man.
Anyway, what are you guys up to?
Setting all this stuff up. I tried to do it on my own, but it's way more complicated than it looks. Since you were busy, I called Kosei for help.
Setting up what?
Mina's streaming station!
He motions to the webcam. Beside it's a microphone with an attached improvised boom arm. I gotta do it. Bruh, why are you helping Mina become a cam girl? That's messed up.
Bruh, why are you assuming Mina did this to become a cam girl? That's messed up.
Have you seen her report card? She does not have many future prospects. Just saying. Calling them as I see them.
Okay, first of all, ew. Second, why do you know what a cam girl is?
This is not looking good. Kosei crosses his arms and glares suspiciously at Mina.
The better question is, why do you know what a cam girl is?
Mina blinks and then coughs.
Moving on.
They actually did a good job with the setup. Mina must be taking this seriously. So what prompted you to do all of this?
Hina from summer swim team is going abroad for a couple of weeks, so we all decided it would be fun to keep in touch by streaming party games together.
That's a smart idea. She nods. Okay. Besides, it's always nice to try something new, and streaming looks like a lot of fun. Can't argue with you there. I think the funniest thing I saw was that one guy who programmed a chair you couldn't sit on. He apparently designed a surgery robot, though. That's a pretty generous name for it. Mina giggles.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, that guy is hilarious, and obviously really smart to make all of that, and kind of a cutie, too. Honestly, he's pretty much the whole package if you ask me.
I don't know what the reference is, to be honest. I'm not in agreement. She speaks the truth.
If we're talking about the best streamers, let me present to you my favorite.
Kosei opens up a Twitch browser and navigates to a girl playing the new Pongo Pals game. What?
And then we block the attack and get ready for a counter.
So they have this piece of crap here, but they do not show the freaking gears. Damn it, guys, I want my money back. That sound is me dying inside.
Just have to be a little careful with the timing and...
We watch her perfectly time the on-screen actions before the word victory flashes across the screen.
We did it! We finally got the last Pongo for this map. Thank you, chat, for believing in me. Uwu. Make sure to use your Twitch Prime sub.
Isn't she just the cutest?
Mina looks unimpressed.
Really, Kosei? Are you seriously falling for that?
What are you talking about?
Thank you, chat, for believing in me. Come on. The overly cute Ayaya personality and the fake voice.
Well, Mina, when did you become such a hater? What do you mean fake voice?
She's trying so hard to sound like an anime girl. Newsflash, you're not voicing a 15-year-old high school anime character in a slice-of-life visual novel. Jeez.
That was oddly specific.
Mina, think about it. Do you seriously think she can keep that fake voice and act up for hours on end, day after day?
She crosses her arms.
You'd be surprised.
And you're totally wrong!
They glare at each other, neither willing to back down. Finally, they turn to me.
What do you think, cuz?
I'm still crying over the gears. No comment.
That's a cop-out answer.
I feel the same way about the gears. No comment.
Really, dude?
No comment. That didn't seem to help change either of their minds. They continue to stare daggers at each other. The way this is going, I think it may be in my best interest to remove myself from the situation. Before I can think up a convenient excuse, Kosei's phone beeps an alert. He checks his messages and blinks in surprise.
Oh man, I didn't realize how late it's gotten. I need to head back.
I glance at the time. It really is late. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. We've got an early start tomorrow. That seems to perk Mina right up. Forgetting her disagreement, Mina's face brightens into a broad smile.
Oh, that's right! Tomorrow is the first day of our super fun beach holiday.
Oh yeah, I'm so ready for it.
Same here.
Don't forget, we're meeting in front of Kira's house first thing in the morning.
Kosei nods.
I better get going so I can get a good night's sleep. We've got to make sure we're well rested and energized for the beach.
Totally. Me too.
Mina and I walk Kosei to the door and say our final goodbyes. After he leaves, Mina turns to me.
I'm going to bed now. Good night.
Good night. I follow her upstairs and head to my room. That could have gone badly, but thankfully we have the beach to keep us all in a happy mood. I do one last check to make sure I have everything I need, and then I prepare for bed. As I curl up under the blankets, I try to quiet my excitement. Eventually, I drift off to sleep.